Good there? Show me good. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Monday chat. I've got a cold. It's not that bad. It's just a cough. It was bad on Thursday, or Friday. I've been resting as best as I possibly can. But my broomball team needs me tonight, and I'm planning on playing. So, I'm going to keep this short, save my lungs a little bit, and then I'm going to head to broomball. I've got a topic today. My topic is about, I guess, how I've been planning so much and how I'm actually like kind of holding myself up because of all the what-ifs that I've got swimming around in my head. Do you guys know what I mean? Like, do you ever think about all the different outcomes of something so much that you don't even move forward because you're like, but what if it's all these, like, complicated outcomes and it's not the one that we really want, you know? When things don't go as planned, it's like, shoot, why did I even do this in the first place? But do we ever really say that? Like, why did I do this in the first place? I don't know. So I'm kind of talking vaguely. Let me get a little bit more, I guess, like, literal about what I'm talking about. I'm pulling up comments just so that I'm ready for you guys if you decide to comment on what I'm talking about today. Also, if anyone wants to sub with my broomball team tonight, the game's at 8:30 at Warren Park. Let me know. I see Kim and Elliot have joined. Hi, guys. I'm almost done pulling up comments. Okay, so we're good there. On. Now we should have them. They'll come in soon. There they are. So, Kim, I'm not feeling great. Like, I'm recovering. I'm definitely better than I was over the weekend, but I'm not 100%, and I'm like super, like, my first paranoia is like getting other people sick right before the holidays. Like, in general, I don't want to get other people sick, but especially not before Christmas. I was sent home from work today just because I have this like cough, and I think it was making everyone super nervous, which I get. Like, if someone else was coughing in the office, I'd be like, fucking go home. So I was told to effing go home, and I did. And I'll probably work from home tomorrow so that, I'm not spreading my cough. Yeah, Elliot, for real. Like, I think it's a bad decision that I'm going to go play broomball tonight, but we are down to, like, the bare minimum right now. And if I don't go, I feel like I'm really... Oh, actually, I just got a message. We've got a sub. Okay. We're happy for the extra legs. Okay. Ooh. Maybe I don't have to go after all. So... The thing is, guys, like, let's stay... I know, Dad, sorry, I dropped the F-bomb. Whatever, I might get tagged on YouTube. I don't have I make sure that on all my videos I do not say it's for kids, so I think I can use adult language. Did you guys see that? I just totally spilled tea on my lap. Luckily, it's not that hot. Okay. So, I'll be fine. I'll be fine before the holidays. Just gotta keep resting and hydrate and all that stuff. I've been thinking a lot about the whole adoption thing. I know I've touched on this a few times and told you guys that we met with a consultant and we were super excited about, like, moving forward and all the steps that are involved. And it's expensive, and we even got past that hurdle and figured out how, we would apply for grants and how we can do some fundraising, and also how we can pull out of our savings, and we would be able to make it work. Like, we're like, okay, financial box, check. Got it. And then I think I started to get into my head about what happens if we get a baby and we have our foster daughter in the house. Like, how does that change the dynamic around our home, our family? How does that make her feel? And when do we talk to her about it? Like, when do we tell her, hey, this is our intention and this is what we want to do? And how does she process that? Like, wait, you know, and that anticipated change. I think that's super complicated and tough. And so I think that's the thing holding me up right now. It's a huge worry about all the what ifs of how things will change, how that anticipation is going to affect all of us, right? That anticipation of change. Yes, this is a very cute mug. I'm going to give a shout out to Christy. I don't know if she's watching, but this was a take from Christy's house in Minnesota. That's Bert's sister. And I think she might have picked it up from like a secondhand thing, and she had it on the counter for Thanksgiving, and she's like, "It's yours, take it with you," because she knows how much I like foxes. So super, yes, in love with this, and it's like my go-to mug now. I've replaced my old go-to mug with this go-to mug, and like all my go-to mugs are foxy. This is my new favorite foxy one. Thanks for noticing. And Marcus, hi. Guys, and I don't know why it's Marcus that popped up that made me think of this, but like, holy shit, that World Cup final, oh my God, was so amazing. I was sick the whole weekend, and it was the best weekend to be sick and stuck at home watching sports. I will also mention, in line with this, the Vikings game on Saturday. NFL football's literally the only game I've watched all season. Happened to be on, just, you know, Bert will always put on the Vikings game if it comes in here in Chicago, which it doesn't always. It came in. Kind of wild that it's a Saturday game. Most of the time, NFL's not on Saturday. This game was 33-0 at halftime. Vikings were losing. And then they scored a touchdown, and we're like, whatever, like, yeah, fat chance. Then they scored another touchdown. It was 14-33 or 32 or whatever it was, and then we were both just sitting on the couch having a conversation about other stuff, and we just kind of like kept watching the game. Guys, the Vikings made the biggest comeback in NFL history and won the game in overtime. It was just so much fun to watch. Like, it was very exciting. Very similar to the World Cup final, which was, you know, Argentina's winning 2-0 at half, the most dangerous lead in soccer at halftime. Which I told my coworkers that was like a thing, and they didn't believe me. They were like, whatever, Lynn. Anyways, the announcer said it at halftime too. You know, France comes back, scores these 2 goals within a minute and a half of each other. It is like the most entertaining, fantastically played, like exciting game I've ever watched of soccer. And goes into overtime, goes to shootouts, and both teams score in overtime or in extra time, the 30 minutes of extra time. Guys, I mean, I'm just saying what we're all thinking. It was the best soccer game ever. Did not disappoint. And if you were not a soccer fan before, I hope you are now. So anyway, just wanted to make sure that was put out there in the history. Yeah. So Marcus, did you watch and did you enjoy it? I'm curious. Like, I don't know. My team wasn't in it, and I just loved it anyway. It was so exciting. Bars were packed. Like, everyone was just going nuts over this game. People that don't normally watch soccer were watching this game. Yeah, I'm just reading all the comments here. Okay. Okay, so going to this comment, you get some tax credits for adoption expenses. So actually in Illinois, like, you don't, depending on the situation, it doesn't seem like you get a lot. Maybe for federal, but I haven't actually found very much information on the federal either. But for our state, which is Illinois, I don't think we get very much at all. Because that was a selling point someone had told me, and I'm like, okay, great. But maybe I'm missing it. Maybe someone else needs to hold my hand and really explain it to me. Oh my gosh, Marcus, I can't believe you didn't get to watch it. Well, catch the replay. It's worth it. Very exciting. I mean, I already spoiled it, and you probably already know who won, but it's still really incredible and fun to watch. It's kind of like the when the Cubs won the World Series. That also was like one of the best games ever. I'm going to make a list of like all my like top game for every sport. Not today, not here. Can I do a shout out to my sweatshirt? I'm in the Christmas spirit. Ooh. It's a Santa cat. Meowie Christmas. Just thought I'd put that in there. Okay, Dad's saying it's the federal that I get the tax credits. Okay, good to know. Good to know. I will look into it more. Yeah, and I didn't even watch the Bears game. I've given up on them a long, long time ago, so I don't even watch those games anymore. Excuse me. Okay. I don't know. So that's what's on my mind, guys. I'll catch up on a few other exciting things that have been going on lately. Wrestling. Never had been into wrestling before. We went to WWE Friday Night SmackDown. This was a Christmas gift from my sister and her husband, my brother-in-law. And they took me and Bert and our daughter. And I've never had, I had my expectations of what this would be was mildly entertaining, right? I was screaming, I was so excited. Well, I was booing because screaming hurt my throat, but booing was it didn't hurt. So whenever we got to boo the bad guy, I was all about it. But oh my God, if you ever get a chance, honestly, go to one of these WWE events. The storyline, even if you've never followed what's going on in this soap opera of wrestling, it doesn't matter. They catch you all up there. It's very easy to follow. And it's very athletic. And sometimes, you really go, I think that was real. And, we all know, it's acting and it's athletic and it's like a dance, right? But there were moments when we were like, holy shit, did that just happen? And was that staged? I don't even know. One of the guys got hurt and he was down for 5-10 minutes and there were medics and we were like, is he actually bleeding out his head? Anyway, it was a lot of fun. We got super lucky because it was a live show, so they were airing it on TV. And then they're like, stick around, guys. We actually have to record the Christmas episode because we're not doing it live. So we got to actually see 2 shows. And that was a blast. And I'm not, no spoilers. I'm not going to tell you what happens on this Friday's episode. But anyway, so that's, yes, grown men running around in underwear, tackling each other. I'm sold. I loved it. I loved every minute of it. This is kind of silly. We watched 10 minutes on TV. It looks fun, but the fake injuries remind me of soccer. The fake injuries don't happen a lot. It's kind of, I guess I could see it a little bit. It was, I don't know. And the people watching is fantastic too. People smelling not so great when it's a bunch of teenage boys sitting in front of you cheering with their arms up. That was gross. We moved down so we didn't have to smell them the whole time. Anyway. Oh, and yeah, my daughter, she loved it. She knew the wrestlers, she knew the characters, and I made sure that she sat between us and Kim and Rob so that they can take in the joy of how happy she was. She was screaming at the top of her lungs. She's like, I'm not going to have a voice tomorrow. She knew the wrestlers and she knew their names. She knew their legacy. It was so great. And she was teaching us things. She's like, how'd you not know the Uso brothers were part of the bloodline? I'm like, I don't know. And then the guys in front of us, those teenagers that kind of stunk, they kind of turn around very judgingly like, what are you doing here if you don't know that the Uso brothers are part of the bloodline? Anyways. Yeah. Oh, 100% Kim, I was going to say the same thing. Ricochet's my favorite too. Ricochet's thing is he does flips, and it was my favorite. He would stand up on I don't know what they're called, the thingies, the border, I don't know, on the top one, and then the guys would be down off the platform, and he would spin and land on both of them at the same time. That was my favorite move. I'm pretty excited about it. But this Friday's episode's pretty fun. I don't know if you catch it, if you put it on, think of me. Anyway, we also went to see my friend's girlfriend, who she's now my friend too. She sings opera, and she did a 1-hour performance with a pianist, her friend pianist, who's so playing piano, and then she was singing opera, doing some classics, and then she did some Christmas songs as well. So that was incredible, hearing an actual opera performance, and we're just, I don't know, maybe 20 feet away from her singing, so you can feel the sound in you, and it's amazing. And our daughter, like, she's like, can I go talk to her after the show? And I'm like, sure. And she goes up, she's like, how does that not hurt your throat? And she goes, well, it takes practice, and then it's like building the muscles. And I thought that was such a great response, because how applicable is that to like anything that we want to learn how to do, right? It takes practice and building up the muscles. I just love that. I don't know. Ropes, that's the word. Ropes. They definitely resemble ropes. I don't know why I couldn't come up with that on my own, but thanks, Mom, for the help. We are, I don't know what else. It's just been busy, a lot of gift wrapping, preparing for the holidays. We're going to be staying local and visiting family, and our daughter's going to be seeing her brothers on Wednesday, so they can exchange gifts, and I helped her wrap all of her presents, took her shopping, gave her a budget, so she can buy them things. I don't know, it's been good. I feel like things are organized. I think the big kind of thing that's like just kind of in my brain in the back is just this whole adoption and moving forward, and how does that look next year, if this takes 4 months, if it takes 6 months, if it takes a year, if it takes 2 years. Like, I don't know, what's life look like having possibly a teenager and a baby in the house? And is that a good idea? And should we let that hold us up? Do we think about what's best for her? Do we try and have her move on? Do I work with her mom to, really do their plan? It's like all these what if questions that are very, I don't know. You just can't plan those things. You just have to keep rolling with the punches. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, so my dad said having the foster changed things a lot, and you adapted. I agree. This is a lot different. Yeah. So, I don't know, guys. That's where I'm at. I'm going to wrap this up now. I'm going to keep it kind of short today. Actually short. Yeah, Marcus, thank you. It will all work out somehow. It will. It will work out. Everything always has to work out, right? So, yeah. Good time to sign off. Looks like we've got an unexpected guest here in the chat, so I'm going to head out. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next Monday. I hope you have a very wonderful Christmas, and I'll be here to let you know how ours went and what was special, and hopefully hear about yours and what was the highlight of your holiday. So Merry Christmas, and I'll see you next week. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.